He's an amazing person, really nice guy. But for him and his guys, if you don't say he's the greatest ever, it's like you could commit treason.
Right. You're either for them or against them. It's like, can I just say you're one of the greatest players of all time?
No, you cannot. You cannot. If you do not say he's the greatest of all time, you're committing treason.
Breaking news. Charles Barkley has had enough. The NBA legend just went absolutely nuclear on LeBron James and the propaganda machine that's been protecting him for 2 decades. While every other analyst is scared to death of LeBron's camp, Chuck just said what millions have been thinking. This man's legacy is more protected than the president. This isn't just another hot take. This is a Hall of Famer standing up and saying, I'm not playing this game anymore. Barkley just declared war on the LeBron Industrial Complex, and the casualties are going to be everyone who's been lying to protect the King's manufactured legacy.
Because first of all, most of these young punks today in the public, they never saw Michael Jordan play.
Right.
They never, most of them never saw Kobe play. They definitely didn't see Kareem or Bill Russell play. But for some reason, this generation, you're being blasphemous saying LeBron.
The man who never won a ring just told the truth about the man with 4 rings, and it's causing chaos across the basketball world. Chuck doesn't need LeBron's approval, he doesn't need Rich Paul's connections, and he sure as hell doesn't need to kiss the ring like these other media puppets.
LeBron James, come into the studio. You ain't got nothing to do. The playoffs started yesterday. You got free time. I know you got to pick a coach and a general manager.
He's picking it?
Oh, I know you got to pick a. Just put that on the back burner. I'm speaking on behalf. I'm begging you on behalf of Ernie, Kenny. And
Which side he's going to sit on? This side or
right here in the middle? He's going to sit right here in the middle.
All right, wait.
Here's what nobody wants to talk about. The second apron rule wasn't about competitive balance. It was the NBA's nuclear option to stop LeBron James from destroying the league. That's right. Adam Silver and the owners got so sick of LeBron's super team manipulation that they literally changed the rules to stop him.
The second apron thing is dumb. It's for the owners. The owners to save money, but it's also like not fair. Like the owners can always get their money back. Like players, they can never get their money back. They tricked them because they made it seem like it's going to be parity around the league. Like, oh, every team is going to have stars now because you can't keep a star. And then you look at it, it's like, yeah, but you also can't pay anybody else. But like everybody's going to get lower contracts now. You're going to have 2, maybe 3 max players, and everybody else who at once upon a time when people was getting the mid-level exception, getting 14, 15, 20 minutes, you're going to have like 1 player like that, 1 or 2. It's just not good. Like it took the fun out of basketball, kind of.
Think about it. What happened right before this rule? LeBron forced his way to the Lakers, got Anthony Davis, tried to get Kawhi, pushed for Russell Westbrook, and was still trying to add more stars. The man was treating the salary cap like it was a suggestion. He turned team building into a monarchy where King James decides who plays where.
I'm starting to believe, I know LeBron get people traded, but I don't think he be knowing everything. Like sometimes he be like, he probably don't care, bro. Like, to be real, like playing basketball, you really don't care about other people. You honestly don't. Mook, you know that.
No, we don't. But Brian, his situation a little different, bro.
The second apron is LeBron proofing the NBA. No more calling up your banana boat buddies for discount deals. No more forcing teams to mortgage their future for your win now demands. No more turning franchises into your personal kingdom. They saw what LeBron did in Miami, colluded with Wade and Bosch to take less money and break the league. They watched him do it again in Cleveland, forcing them to trade for Kevin Love, overpay everyone, luxury tax be damned. Then Los Angeles, the Russell Westbrook disaster that he demanded and then threw under the bus. The owners said, enough is enough. The second apron is their way of saying, we're done being held hostage by LeBron James.
Why did Adam Silver have to put the second apron in? Because LeBron got all his guys together. KD wanted to go play with the Warriors.
Let's talk about the extortion. And yes, I'm calling it extortion, that LeBron has pulled on every franchise he's blessed with his presence. Cleveland Cavaliers, this man held Dan Gilbert hostage. He demanded, pay Tristan Thompson $82 million or I'm leaving. He forced them to trade Wiggins for Kevin Love now. He commanded, fire David Blatt and hire my guy. The Cavs paid the highest luxury tax bill in NBA history because LeBron demanded it. And when they couldn't add another star in 2018, goodbye Cleveland.
In order for me to ultimately make the decision to come back, I needed to sit down with Dan face to face, as man to man. And it was a straightforward conversation. There was no beating around the bush. He basically said, no matter what decision you make, we wanted to clear the ways. We wanted to clear the air. And, to where if we see each other in public or we see each other wherever, if I'm competing against you, we can always shake each other's hands and look at the fun times that we had in Cleveland while we were together, instead of focusing on the one night that kind of, everyone kind of focuses on.
Miami Heat, even Pat Riley, the Godfather himself, got played. LeBron demanded they draft Shabazz Napier, then left anyway. He wanted them to overpay his friends, demanded special treatment, private jets, and when Riley said enough, LeBron ran back to Cleveland playing the victim.
I remember being in South Beach. I was at Red Steakhouse, and then I think Dwayne was down at Prime or somewhere else. And I'll never forget when he said, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. You could hear the whole place, the city was like, all of a sudden everybody's out in the streets yelling and screaming. I went out in the street, I never forget it.
So you didn't know until then?
I knew.
Oh, okay.
Man, there was no way that he could go up there and say, I'm going to go to like New York or go to Chicago. He could have, but I had a good feeling that he was going to come to Miami.
Los Angeles Lakers. The LAKERS, the most storied franchise in NBA history, got turned into LeBron's reality show. He got them to trade their entire young core for Anthony Davis, forced them to get Westbrook, made them fire Frank Vogel after winning a championship. The man treats organizations like they're his personal assistants. And here's the kicker. It's never enough. Give him 2 stars? He needs 3. Give him 3? The role players aren't good enough. Win a championship? The roster needs to be blown up. It's psychological warfare. This is where it gets really sick. There's an actual media mandate that you have to call LeBron the GOAT or your career is over. I'm not exaggerating. This is real.
LeBron James passing Kareem is bigger than a ring. You know how I know? Because I've only ever heard Kareem Abdul-Jabbar introduced as the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and he's got 6 rings and 6 MVPs. Plus, it's a tangible thing that can't be argued. Not to mention, LeBron's already top 5 in assists. Unlike his finals record that people like to argue without context, this can't be dismissed unless you want to hate by saying he's been so great for so long. When it's all said and done, the top of LeBron's resume will read beating the Warriors in 2016, winning a title with 3 different teams, and being the NBA's scoring king. An achievement Michael Jordan will never accomplish.
Try being an analyst and saying Jordan is better. Watch how fast you get attacked by LeBron's media army. Nick Wright will dedicate entire shows to destroying you. Shannon Sharp will scream at you for an hour. The Clutch Sports Mafia will make sure you never get another interview. Remember when JJ Redick suggested Kobe might be better? The man got death threats. When Barkley said the Warriors would beat the Heat, LeBron personally went after him. This isn't debate, it's intimidation.
Who's the GOAT, who's the greatest and all that between, him and LeBron. And I try to stay away from that, but I will say LeBron has the greatest career.
I say that all the time.
He has the greatest career.
Right.
But Mike is the best
basketball player ever.
Why a lot of old heads want to dog out LeBron is because they were never as good as he is this late in their career.
Right.
And they want to get on him for that.
Yeah.
LeBron, at 22 years in, at 41, 40, whatever he is, and is about ready to be first or second team All-NBA.
25, 8, and 8.
As old guys, they were never, call them all out.
Some of them wasn't this good in their prime.
That's the thing.
Straight up, they wasn't.
The narrative is enforced like we're living in basketball North Korea. You must say LeBron never had help. Lies. You must claim he makes everyone better. Tell that to Westbrook. You must declare he's the most complete player ever, but needed Ray Allen to save his legacy. You must ignore his finals record, 6-0 versus 4-6. You do the math. If you deviate from the script, you're labeled a hater, a boomer, or worse, unemployed. Now let's expose the biggest liars in sports media, the LeBron Protection Agency led by Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins, and the rest of these propagandists. Richard Jefferson. This man owes his entire post-retirement career to defending LeBron. He sits on TV and says LeBron never had help when he literally played with him on a super team.
The greatest play that I ever saw, it's the block because that's game 7. He's played every minute. It's the last possible game. It's the last possible minute. And he does an athletic feat of sprinting back. Split second late, that's a goaltending. This dude led the series in points, rebounds, blocks, assists, steal, in every category. And at the last minute, where he should be gassed, when I look at plays of any human being that have ever been done, I can't think of a bigger defensive play.
Jefferson will look you in the eye and say the 2016 Cavs were underdogs when they had the highest payroll in NBA history. The man is a professional liar. Kendrick Perkins, the biggest fraud in media. This man did a complete 180 on LeBron the second he got a TV deal. Went from calling him out to being his personal attack dog. Perkins will tell you LeBron's competition was tougher than Jordan's while ignoring that he played in the weakest Eastern Conference in NBA history.
I mean, get ready to start scoping the statue for LeBron outside of Crypto.com arena.
Oh.
That's what, okay? 40,000 points done in the Lakers uniform. Passing Kareem when he passed him up in the Lakers uniform, winning an NBA championship in the Lakers uniform, winning a Finals MVP in the Lakers uniform. What else can I say about the man? The GOAT.
Channing Frye claims the 2010 Celtics were old and washed to protect LeBron's legacy. Let's check the receipts. Kevin Garnett averaged 14.3 points per game, made All-Star, made All-Defense. Paul Pierce dropped 19.0 PPG as an All-Star. Ray Allen hit 16.5 PPG with lights-out shooting. Rajon Rondo was in his prime years at All-Star level. But the 1999 Rockets that people mock, Hakeem was 36, Barkley was 35 and broken, Pippen had back surgery. The hypocrisy is insane. These media puppets will tell you the 2007 Spurs were past their prime, but they won again in 2014. They'll say the 2011 Mavericks were lucky, but LeBron scored 8 points in a finals game. They claim the 2015 Warriors were inexperienced, but they won 67 games. They insist 2020 was a real championship, but it was bubble ball in an empty gym.
When I look at LeBron, he's not what Michael was as a player. He's not even what Kobe Bryant was as a player. So when you talk about trying to compare Michael's instinct, his ability to take over games, his ability to want to have that last shot.
And demoralize you.
Yes.
And scare the living hell out of you.
LeBron doesn't have that gene. Kobe has that gene.
Here's my explosive theory that's going to break the internet. Was the second apron rule specifically designed to break LeBron's power? Absolutely. Think about the timing. LeBron creates the Heatless and the league does nothing. LeBron returns to Cleveland and forms another super team. LeBron goes to LA and tries to build another super team. Then suddenly in 2023, we get the second apron rule.
LeBron's a great player and a great guy, but this notion that he's got to have all the best players on his team. He's got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He wants everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time. It just pisses me off that a guy that great don't want to compete.
The owners were sick of one player controlling the entire league. They watched LeBron force trades, demand signings, get coaches fired, hold franchises hostage, and create unfair advantages. The second apron is their revenge. It's the LeBron James can't do this anymore rule. They literally changed the sport to stop one man's tyranny. And look what happened immediately after. Boston builds through the draft and development. Denver wins with organic team building. No more instant super teams. No more player collusion. The league is finally free from LeBron's stranglehold. Charles Barkley is the only analyst with the balls to tell the truth. Why? Because he doesn't need anything from LeBron.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have given him everything he wanted. They have the highest payroll in NBA history. He wanted J.R. Smith last summer. They paid him. He wanted Shumpert last summer. They bought in Kyle Korver. He's the best player in the world. Does he want all the good players? He don't want to compete? He is an amazing player. But this notion, They're the defending champs. And for him to be trying to hold anything over Dan Gilbert's head, and I love all these.
Chuck doesn't need Clutch Sports connections. He doesn't need access to LeBron for interviews. He doesn't need approval from the LeBron fan army. He doesn't need protection from NBA media politics. He's untouchable, and that terrifies the LeBron camp. When Barkley says Jordan is the GOAT period, or LeBron created these super teams, or the media protects certain players, or I'm not lying for anybody, he's saying what every honest analyst thinks, but is too scared to say.
Hey Chuck, it's Tony from San Diego. I heard that you had some comments about the LeBron versus MJ debate. I'm wondering why you think it's so clear-cut that MJ had a better career than LeBron.
I don't get into the debate between Michael and LeBron because I think it's weak journalism. They're both great. Michael Jordan's the best basketball player I ever played against.
Watch how uncomfortable everyone gets when Chuck speaks the truth. They know he's right, but they can't afford to agree. Their mortgages depend on staying in LeBron's good graces. Let's destroy the LeBron GOAT argument with facts they try to hide. NBA Finals show the truth. Jordan went 6-0 with 6 Finals MVPs and never went to Game 7. LeBron is 4-6 and lost as the favorite multiple times, saved by Ray Allen and Kyrie. Killer instinct exposes everything. Jordan averaged 33 PPG in Finals, which is the highest ever. LeBron averaged 28 PPG in Finals, which is behind Jordan, Shaq, and Durant. Clutch Gene tells the story. Jordan hit 9 game winners in playoffs. LeBron in the 2011 Finals. Enough said. Competition reveals the fraud. Jordan beat Magic, Drexler, Barkley, Malone, and Stockton all in their prime. LeBron beat a young Thunder, old Spurs, and injured Warriors. The truth is that LeBron's legacy is built on super teams he created, weak Eastern Conference, injured opponents, media protection, and rule changes that favored him. And now that he can't stack the deck anymore because of the Second Apron, where are the championships? Where's the dominance? The GOAT can't even make the playoffs consistently. Charles Barkley just gave permission for everyone to tell the truth. This is basketball's watershed moment. The dam is breaking. Soon, you'll see former players speaking out. Analysts will find their courage. Fans will realize they've been gaslit. The real history will finally be told. The LeBron protection program is crumbling. The manufactured GOAT narrative is dying. The truth is finally winning. The real GOAT never needed rule changes to win, super teams to compete, media protection, narrative manipulation, or excuses for losses. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the GOAT, was always the GOAT, and will forever be the GOAT. LeBron James is a great player whose legacy has been inflated by the biggest propaganda campaign in sports history. The Second Apron rule isn't just about competitive balance. It's the NBA's admission that they let one player have too much power for too long. And Charles Barkley? He's the hero we needed. The one man with the courage to stand up and say, the emperor has no clothes. The revolution has begun. The truth is out. The protection is over. Thank you, Charles Barkley, for having the balls to say what millions have been screaming at their TVs for years. The king is dead. Long live the truth.